Hello, Marc, standing in place. I don't know why I say that every time. I just feel, somewhere online I learned that I'm supposed to reinforce that my name is Marc, so that maybe that will be remembered, and then when I can go do other stuff, when my name's attached to it, people go, "Oh, that's that guy, the dude with the wooden sign that yapped on about nonsense for us." That's me! Episode 39. It is December 5th. December 5th. Look at my timekeeping device. Determine what the date is. It is Tuesday. We're standing in place. Tuesday after New Year's. We made it out of 2020. It's 2021. Isn't that fantastic? I can tell everything's better already. It's better already because I stopped watching the news, which is freaking difficult. I caught myself getting so buried in news, and then like chasing each of those subjects, going down the rabbit holes, and what did this person say? What did the president do? Who's the what's going on with COVID? It was way too much, and I'm doing a little test. I'm going to take in less news. I'm not going to just turn my head and walk away constantly, but less news. I'm not intentionally just randomly watching the news, randomly. Because that's how this thing works. And see if I miss something important, or see if I just feel better. I think I'm going to feel better. I think I already feel better, and it's only like 5 days. Until somebody tells me something, and I go, fuck, the brain explodes, and I realize the nonsense is still going. Anyhow, New Year's, Christmas, hopefully people got a chance to relax. That's a thing, right? Holidays. Everybody wants to relax because their daily life is so stressful and so crazy that they need a holiday once a year. I guess every holiday, right? Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. They're all relaxed holidays, right? So you get half a dozen chances a year to relax, air quotes. Which I guess is a good thing. If you're leading a life that's busy enough that you need to relax, hopefully that means you're doing something not tangible, but something worthwhile. I think a lot of us are doing stuff that we question how worthwhile it is. But means to an end, right? You got to do what you have to move forward right now, and then chase the things that you really want to happen. So, hope you got a chance to relax. I got a chance to relax. Me and my dear lady, my wife, my partner in crime, we sat down, we watched some Christmas movies. This is not usually our habit. We're not good at sitting on a couch, but we did. And can we just all agree that A Christmas Story is the best Christmas movie? Like, there's a bunch of good ones. There's a bunch that are fun. But A Christmas Story is the best one. Ralphie's amazing. The dad gets a blue ball for Christmas. It's wonderful. His wife smashes that fucking leg lamp thing and plays it off, obviously. It's hilarious. I don't know what that furnace thing is he's always fighting with. I'm glad I've never lived in a house that had whatever that is, where you have to open a damper for a furnace that isn't, it's in the basement, I guess. I don't know what the hell it's burning. That seems terrifying. I have like an eternal fear of my home burning down. So whatever that system is just sounds terrible. So yeah, relax. We got to relax. We watched The Christmas Story, all Back to the Futures. We watched National Lampoon, Christmas Vacation. And then what we thought was really, really cool, since Disney Plus has National Geographic and has like all this different like nature things and space things. They've got a space documentary now about Space Force that's freaking amazing. I guess they've been working on this thing for a while, and apparently there's been people flying around space for a long time because there's a ton of them up there. And we've been going to all sorts of different planets. I had no idea. There's some people flying around. They got to wear helmets all the time. I don't know what's going on with them. And then they're meeting alien creatures. Alien creatures speak English. Can you freaking believe that? I didn't know that. Where's all this footage been? I thought it was like another 150 days or something before we find out about the UFOs. Apparently, that we've been like talking and hanging out and drinking at bars with them this whole time. This whole time. We're even like taking care of their kids. They're like, oh, I got a little baby alien, and they'll give it to like random human guy that likes to dress up like a medieval knight in shining armor dude. And they're like, oh, you got a spaceship? Sure, take the kid. Go, find him a new home. And they're just cool with that. So we're having problems here trying to get along out there. It's just like space people are all getting along. And it's been happening the whole time. We didn't know until they put the documentary up. I guess that it was like code name before they call it Space Force. What they call it? Mandalorian or something like that is the code name. And now they just got all this released stuff. It's freaking fantastic. Fantastic. I didn't realize space travel is so easy. I don't know what Elon's been working so hard for. Apparently we've been doing it the whole time. And apparently you can have a spaceship with like holes in it that's all rickety apart that like giant animals fell on, and you can just fly around and just, well, it'll be all right. Like a car with gas and oil dripping out of it and a fender half hanging off on a flat tire, but you think you could still drive it to your friend's house. That same thing's happening in space. And you could just show up places and they randomly have the parts to fix your spaceship. That's another thing I don't understand. You buy a car here. You can't just show up at any mechanic and have them fix it because they don't have the parts. They got to get the parts. Maybe they're like a Toyota repair place and you show up with a Peugeot. They don't have Peugeot parts at the Toyota place. I don't even know if they can get them. But apparently interstellar travel, you can just show up places with a random spaceship that I don't know who the hell made it, and they'll just have the stuff to fix it. They got robots to fix it. What are we doing with Roomba? Roomba is like as far as we got. Roomba and manufacturing robots are pretty amazing. But we have that, and then we have Roomba in the house, and that freaking echo thing that steals your conversations. Apparently, we've got robots that can walk around and fix crap and translate stuff. There's ones that do languages. Like Google Translate got nothing on the robots that they have in space. And then there's people in space that are doing stuff, but then they're fighting other people in space that have these giant like triangle ships, whatever that's about. Every ship is just a triangle. I know a triangle is like the strongest shape or something. So I guess they must be really strong ships because they're triangle ships. And those things are flying, and they got spaceships in the spaceships. They didn't tell us about that. They only told us like we went to the moon, and we had a spaceship connected to a spaceship, and then it like fell off, and then it flew back up and connected, and we fly them to the space station, our dinky little space station. Apparently, this whole time, Space Force has been running around, and there's triangle ships flying around. They have other ships in the ships, and then they have like spacemen that aren't spacemen, that are robot spacemen, and they can fly around inside and outside of the ship, but then they use them to fight. They fight like the human people, but then some of the human people, I don't understand, they all speak English, they all look like Americans to me, except for fish people. There's fish people. We got more languages on this planet than apparently we do in the rest of the galaxy. I don't understand how that's a thing. And they got all lasers and like crazy weapons, which they didn't tell us about. And they even have swords that like light up. And for somehow it has like energy, but it doesn't just go on forever. It ends at a point, again, back to like a medieval weapon. There's some weird obsession in space with these medieval habits. I don't know what's going on there. It's a little strange if you ask me. If we're being that future, why are we stuck in the past? I don't know. But it's an amazing documentary. It was a great way to sit and relax. Somehow Bill Burr ended up in space. I don't know how that happened. Bill Burr ended up in space. Apollo Creed is in space. Gina Carano has like some bad tattoo on her arm. She's in space. I don't know how they kept all the secrets from us. And I don't know what they think they're going to tell us in 150 days, because I feel like the secret's out, and it's filmed beautifully. And they filmed it in a way that tells like a nice story, so that's cool. I love documentaries. Oh, man. I think that's all I wanted to share tonight. I hope everybody's well. I think we got like some COVID restriction released today, and some stuff can start to open again, which is weird, especially right after. Didn't we just get British COVID? I don't know. I haven't been watching the news. No, man, that's it. So, yeah, have a good night. I'll see you next week. Peace.